I'm a believer actually generally in investing in good people. And yeah, for me, I have a long-term personal connection to Sri, and yeah, built up over a number of years. And I think when you see good people, you see what they're capable of. Yeah, that for me was the most important thing. Seeing what Sri has done in his private life, in his professional life, and him looking for his next step from an investment perspective. Yeah, I was only too pleased to get on board and be part of that journey with him. Yeah, super interesting. So I think, yes, Sri and I actually spoke about this idea probably 3 or 4 months ago, and I said to him I thought it was actually just a great initiative. He's made an incredible business out of connecting people, actually, and so this is another example of that, I think. Just bringing people from different walks of life, but who all have perhaps similar interests, but also different outlooks on the world, different perspectives, and bringing us into a room to talk about things that actually most of the time we probably don't talk about day to day. So it's been a great experience. Met some new people, had some very interesting discussions. Thanks also to Coutts for hosting us here and giving us their insights, which has been part of a very interesting evening.
So I've known Sri for a good few years, and actually he's always been like a really helpful person in terms of business and network, and indeed also investment. And so I think when you start on that journey, you want to have someone that you can trust and you've obviously built a relationship with. And so it just made perfect sense for me in terms of my journey to start there, and it's been really, really successful. So far, really smoothly actually. And again, for someone sort of earlier in that journey, I think coming into it, you hear lots of scary things, and is it safe, and are you comfortable? So I think working with Varma Investments, you feel actually a lot of comfort, lots of updates, you know what's going on, and everything's gone exactly to plan actually. And so we've worked in more ways, invested more, and so far everything's been very successful. Yeah, again, really great opportunity to meet some really fascinating people, very different walks of life, very informed, and like just this evening, the dinner was a brilliant event just to be a sponge really, and just listen, take in a lot of what was being said, and start to form more of an informed view, I think, on my own personal and my own business investments and where we want to take that. So it was absolutely a brilliant event.
I've known Sri for over 20 years, and he's a great friend and a guy I trust implicitly, and I've been looking to get into investing in property and generally looking at how best to do that. And I think that actually trusting a great friend, someone I say implicitly trust, with an initial investment to work out how things look and how things work, was a really good solution. So I'm loving what I've done so far. I'm really comfortable with it. You know, I sort of ummed over a period of time as to how much money to invest as an initial lump, but I'm happy that I've sort of given enough to make it worthwhile for Sri and the development, but also, you know, to get a reasonable return for me. I'll see how that goes and then think about investing further. But yeah, I've been to see the developments and I'm really comfortable that it's money well spent. I love it, I love it. It's actually been a chance tonight to meet a lot of old friends. A lot of people, I come from the sports industry, so meeting a few other friends of mine from the sports industry who all have a sort of similar outlook and want to invest. So it's been a really interesting night, from just exploring more about the investment per se, and just a whole macro kind of aspect on the wider world and the market and investments generally, which is probably something I'm probably a little bit immature about in terms of knowledge. But tonight I feel like I've learned quite a lot.